Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wayne, and are going to dive into the stories that captivate, intrigue, and sometimes leave us scratching our heads. Today, we're exploring some of the most bizarre and outlandish legal battles ever fought in courtrooms. Our first case involves a battle over food. Specifically, the recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken's famous secret blend of herbs and spices. In 2001, a former employee of KFC allegedly stole the recipe and tried to sell it to competitors. The company took the issue to court in a bitter lawsuit over intellectual property theft. The key players, KFC, the former employee, and several other fast food chains caught in the crossfire. The legal arguments were wild. The defendant claimed the recipe was common knowledge, while KFC argued it was a closely guarded secret. Ultimately, KFC won the case, reinforcing the idea that trade secrets are fiercely protected under the law. Next up, one of the most bizarre cases to ever come to court, the Great Cat Custody Battle. In 2013, two ex-lovers went to court to decide who would get to keep their shared cat, a fluffy Persian named Mr. Boots. What made this case so unique? The couple wasn't fighting over a house, money, or even children. They were fighting over a cat. The courtroom was filled with emotional testimony, and Mr. Boots even had a witness, his favorite toy mouse, used as evidence. The judge ruled that the cat was not property, but rather a companion animal, making it a sentimental matter rather than a legal one. Public opinion was split, with some calling it absurd, while others applauded the focus on animal rights. In today's digital age, viral videos are everywhere, but sometimes they end up in court. Take the case of the viral hide-and-seek fail video, where a child was filmed sneaking into a store's display and causing a minor accident. The child's family sued the store for negligence, claiming it was responsible for the incident. The legal claims? The family argued the store's display was dangerously set up, while the store countered that the child's actions were reckless. The courtroom antics were jaw-dropping, with unexpected testimonies from social media experts and internet influencers. The case was eventually dismissed, setting a precedent for how viral content and liability are handled. Now, let's move from the courtroom to something a little supernatural. In 1991, a couple purchased a home that they later claimed was haunted. When strange occurrences like moving furniture and cold spots started to happen, they sued the previous owners for failing to disclose the house's paranormal activity. The legal issue: whether or not the owners were required to disclose the potential haunting. The court ruled that while real estate laws required the disclosure of physical defects, they did not extend to the supernatural. The ruling sparked debates about what constitutes disclosure in property sales and remains a point of interest in real estate law. Finally, we can't forget the infamous hot coffee case. In 1994, Stella Liebeck sued McDonald's after spilling a cup of their coffee on her lap and suffering third-degree burns. It became one of the most well-known and controversial lawsuits of all time. The arguments? McDonald's served coffee at dangerously high temperatures, while the company argued it was not liable for personal negligence. The case was settled out of court for nearly $600,000, and it sparked a nationwide conversation about frivolous lawsuits and the need for tort reform. From stolen recipes to haunted houses, these bizarre legal battles remind us that the law can sometimes be stranger than fiction. What do these cases reveal about our society? They show us that the law is not only a tool for justice, but also a reflection of our culture, values, and sometimes our sense of humor. Which of these outrageous cases do you think is the wildest? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into strange legal cases, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating stories from the world of law and beyond.